if anything. And then we'll go from there. So welcome back. I know I wasn't here last week. I'll probably just share a few updates from the EXPCon because both of the people on this call and obviously where we're live streaming is for EXP agents, and then share a couple other little tips if you want at the end, Angie, but you start and take it away.
Perfect. So Nikki, something came up. She couldn't be here live, but of course she sent me a little text to share here. She said the market's still volatile with the election week. So interest rates high sixes, low sevens. We're not going to see any change until after the election this week, and we're just going to have to wait and see how the market responds once we are through this week. So definitely be here next Monday. I can guarantee there will be tons of information that you do need to hear and you'll want to hear. As far as mortgage business and kind of on the streets, she just wanted to talk about investment properties and how there are multiple options when it comes to investment properties, and it don't necessarily need income to qualify. She said that they can do loans based on rental income that the property will bring in only, and those that are starting to become even more flexible and they're easier to get done. So if that's been something on your plate, or maybe one of your clients or people that you know, I would absolutely reach out to Nikki because there's just other options that are available now that haven't always been available, or people just didn't think that way. So definitely think about that if it's in the back of your mind, or again, anyone that you know, just reach out. It's kind of like you don't know what you don't know. So get the information. And then last but not least, as we will all say, get out and vote.
Yes, I was going to say that. Let's all make sure we do our duty. If you haven't voted early, a day is tomorrow. Make it a priority for sure. It's important. And I agree with Angie that we will all want to be here on Monday because we'll be able to hear from Nikki specifically on what has been, shaking out since the election actually happened, and what in real time is happening with the Fed and rates and what she's hearing, all of those good things. I know over the course of the next couple of weeks, she'll be staying on top of that and sharing that with us. So please come back here, and remember, this is every Monday. It's only about 25 minutes of your time. I think it's well worth it to start your week off, right? Knowing what's going on. Is there something happening in the market I'm unaware of? It's just a good habit to get into. Even if you're driving to work or the kids, just pop on and listen. Of course, we're live streamed in EXP Family Tree, so you can go back and watch it there. I know a lot of you do that as well. And that's why Angie and Nikki and I still choose to show up every day, regardless of how many people come live, because we know a lot of you also watch this later. It's also on Angie's YouTube channel. So don't forget about that AG coaching if you look that up on YouTube, and you can watch some of the past ones, and there's some great calls with some interesting information that Nikki always comes up and shares. So I was just going to give a quick little update on a few things. If you haven't seen my posts on social media yet, maybe you don't follow me or aren't friends with me. If you aren't, please do that, because I share a lot of the things on social. It's a good way to stay in touch and to see what's happening. But there were a couple of really exciting announcements. And so we pay $85 a month here at EXP, as you know, for everything. It includes all the things that we need to conduct our business. So to be able to make a six-figure income, you should be able to, quite frankly, use all of the tools within EXP and maybe, some extra marketing spend. But if you're really smart, you're spending more of your time than your money, and you're utilizing all of the tools available here at EXP. So a couple of the things that they've added, just included, no extra cost, is Canva Pro. So if you're paying a few hundred, $300-$400 a year, you can put that somewhere else, because now Canva Pro is going to be free to all EXP agents as of December 6th. So make sure you watch your emails and they'll roll that out. Everything you have in your Canva or Canva Pro can move over and migrate into your EXP Canva Pro account. And they'll be giving us instructions on how to do that, so you shouldn't lose anything. And then also all of our marketing center stuff, all the stuff that EXP creates for you is now going to be put in Canva Pro. And we're going to be able to more easily share with each other inside of EXP and our marketing team with us, and we can easily edit and customize those things all in Canva Pro. So this is a game changer. If you want, and Angie's going to be excited about this, I know, because she's a coach. The Sisu account is amazing. Sisu is a platform to help you track your progress and your production, your activities, your goals. And it is a really, really amazing system. Top producers, team leaders, broker owners have been paying thousands of dollars for Sisu for many, many years, in order to have a place where they can gather all of their information, their data, to make decisions about their business. And now we all get access to it with EXP, which is a huge, huge announcement. In addition to that, there is a program that we piloted this last year here, this last summer, which is called Fast Cap. And I have had a few partners of mine that have attended Fast Cap, and the average agent in Fast Cap for that 120-day period had 3 transactions in some way, shape, or form happen, which is far, far above the national average. Because if you look at in the last 120 days, how many agents have even had a transaction due to the market shifting and being slow, this was a huge, huge increase in productivity. And there was a lot of good feedback. So now there's going to be Fast Cap starting like crazy, like every month. You'll be able to start one if you want. And then Sisu is going to help you with all of your goals attached to that. Fast Cap is not for new agents. Fast Cap is for any agent who just wants to do more business and track their production and get ideas and have more accountability. And then you can do that and then come back into these calls, and declare your goals to Angie and I. And when you have some challenges getting yourself to get up and do the things you said you were going to do, you have Angie as a coach. You can go to her office hours. You can come to the things that I have. And at the end of the day, there's just so many more things that EXP is putting out there for our agents. And it's just really, really exciting. So if you're a team leader, if you're a solo agent that wants to be more serious about your business, or if you're a broker owner that joined, Sisu is now available to all of us, and you'll all use it in a little bit of a different way, but it's a really, really big deal. The other thing I want to share with you is I am a big proponent of multiple streams of income. If you talk to anybody who is wealthy, they will say that they have multiple streams of income. Some of the wealthiest people say that they have 7. Now, I don't know if the number is as important as you shouldn't have all your eggs in one basket, right? And Angie is exactly like that. She sells real estate, she coaches, she trains, she's doing all the different things that are related and synergistic, but they bring you opportunities to make money in different ways using the same strengths and skills that you have. For realtors, oftentimes that's investing in real estate. If you're at EXP Realty, you came here hopefully because you realized there was multiple ways you could make money on your money here. And if you're not taking advantage of that, you absolutely need to reach out to me so that you do. So when you sell a house here, you can opt into the 5% discounted stock, which means you make money immediately on your own money. Why wouldn't you do that? You can pull it out anytime you want to. Our stock is super healthy. And with all the announcements at EXPCon, and with the way cloud-based brokerages are growing, our international growth, our stock is poised to be very, very strong. We also just purchased a company called Lux, which is now attached to our luxury division, which is going to help us even go further and beat our competition out in the luxury division. So remember, even if you're not in luxury, that affects our company, that affects our stock, that affects everything. And we all have access to capitalize on that. The third thing is revenue share. Some of you might say, yeah, I only bring a friend or two here once in a while, so revenue share really isn't for me. Well, there's a couple of things that you have to understand. First and foremost, Revenue Share 2.0 made it more available to you. If you only have a couple of people, Revenue Share 2.0 unlocked the first 3 levels, no matter what for you, which means if you happen to bring a friend over who brought 15 of their friends because they had a large team or they had a brokerage or they just happened to be influential before, you would not have made any money on that because you had to have so many people in your front level. Now you could have your one friend and that's it and get paid all the way 3 levels down. And that could mean thousands of dollars a year in your pocket just for telling a friend about a cool company that you would have told them about anyways. That does not mean you're a recruiter. That means that you just tell people you care about something that's going to be valuable to them because it's valuable to you. We do it all the time. If you go to a good movie, you tell your friends about it. If you go to a good restaurant, you tell your friends about it. If you like your brokerage, you tell your friends about it. That's just what happens. So don't think you have to be a recruiter. The second thing is there was a huge announcement at EXPCon, you guys, and it was that is if you are a capper. And so in any given market, that might be 3 to 8 sales, maybe 10 sales if you're in a lower average sales price market, and obviously 3 if you're in a higher, but the average would probably be somewhere between 6 and 8 across the country. If you do that many transactions, you're a capper. That means you hit your $16,000 cap and you move to 100% with EXP. They're now going to open up all the way to level 5 for you for the next 13 months to capitalize on as much money as you possibly can in your revenue share. So again, if you've been here for 3 years and you only brought 3 friends, but those 3 friends turned into 15 friends, they probably go down different levels. You are not making any money on those, but you are going to today. So all of a sudden your checks could be $1,000 instead of $100. And you're going to start seeing some of that ramp up. For Icon, you're going to see even more. And so go follow me on social. I just posted about this, but I can tell you if you go into eXp Realty announcements right here in Workplace, they're announcing all of this, and this information is readily available to you. So if you're an Icon agent, there's even more benefits. And the bottom line is that they want you to capitalize on as much income as possible in these different areas to open up your streams of income. What could you do if you made $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 a year in revenue share? What could you do with that money to go buy an investment property? Or could you go put that into your marketing to double your business, to double your income, to then go buy an investment property? The point of it is none of this is a get rich quick scheme, but the most wealthy people know that if you have multiple streams of income, they feed each other and you can make that money work for you in different ways. And then you're making more money and you're building more wealth over time. Last but not least, there are other very synergistic, I personally believe synergistic models out there that you could be tapping into if you're learning skills on social media for your real estate business right now. You have to continue to grow and level that up if you're going to grow your real estate business. One of the fastest growing industries right now is digital marketing. And you don't even have to tie it to your real estate account if you don't want to. You can actually have a completely faceless account and start making money on digital marketing. Digital marketing was $1 million industry 3 years ago. Today, it's $1 billion industry. And Forbes just said it's going to be $1 trillion industry by 2027. And who is the number one person taking advantage of it? Solopreneurs and entrepreneurs just like us, because we're doing a lot of these things and learning a lot of these things for our own business already. Oh, by the way, you could create a faceless account for real estate to funnel more real estate leads to yourself as well, or to funnel some more real estate agents to you as well. So I have some information available that's going to be coming out really soon on how to create faceless accounts, how to do better in your social media that will help you for your real estate business, as well as if you want to take advantage of this. If you already have a virtual assistant, you can take that virtual assistant and give them 2 to 3 to 4 hours on this other piece of business that you could now have some additional income streams coming in while you're selling real estate. And the last thing I'll say about that is, why is that important? Number one, because we want people to build wealth, not just make money now and feel trapped in the job that they have. And you can feel just as trapped in your job as a realtor as you do if you're in a corporate America job, if you don't do it correctly, because you still have to show up every single day in order to pay a bill. You have to make a sale. It creates a scarcity mindset and it creates a lack of freedom. And most people got into real estate because they wanted freedom and they wanted wealth building, but that doesn't instantaneously happen. And the more the world is changing and the more our industry is changing, we're seeing more and more how important it is for you to diversify. I think the most important thing about diversification of income, whether it's revenue share and your stock, investing in real estate, or doing something else online like digital marketing, or all of those, or a whole completely different business like I've done with a co-working space. It doesn't matter. But as long as you start to listen to or look at and realize what your strengths are, where you can use them, and how you can do it synergistically so that a lot of what you do already can feed multiple things, you're not working more, but you're having different ways that you can make money from what you already do. And the last thing I'll say about that is, when you no longer come from a place of scarcity because you have to pay a bill you have to sell a home to pay a bill, your real estate business will grow, because there is a psychology around abundance versus scarcity. When we're in, and Angie knows this more than I even, when you're in scarcity, you repel business even when you don't know it. You don't see opportunities in front of you that you would normally see. When you're from abundance and you don't really care if you get that listing or not because you've got this extra money coming in over here and you know your bills are paid for. By the way, this doesn't mean that you have $1 million coming in. This means that your main bills are paid for and you don't have to stress out about that. You feel different about your business because you don't have to have that sale. So when you go in with more ease, with more abundance, with an unattachment to the outcome, with serving people, with just looking for opportunities. And you come from a place energetically where people want to work with you. And I've seen people who have been able to take advantage of just the revenue share of this company alone, where it's like, wow, I'm having a couple $1,000s coming in or $3,000. I can see this loosening up. I barely pay any money to be here. I don't have to sell every single house. I can actually sell less business here at EXP than I could at my old company and make the same money. And that shift in a mindset actually makes them make more money in real estate. They actually sell more real estate. So there's a whole bunch of reasons I'm passionate about multiple streams of income. It's not just because we all need to be millionaires. It's because we can have more freedom. We can have a better quality of life. We can live in abundance. And we were given the strengths and the talents that we have. And in the world we're in today, there's just a lot of opportunity that I think people don't get into. You should be an entrepreneur first, a real estate agent second. Okay. Because otherwise all your eggs are in one basket. And that's just a really scary thing, I think, to do. So that's my 2 cents. Make sure you go to EXP announcements. In workplace, they're announcing all of the things from EXPCon. If you weren't at EXPCon, the general session speakers were unbelievable. And you can go to EXP's YouTube channel and they will have those recordings. They were unreal. So I would absolutely spend the time over the course of the next week or 2 watching those. When you're driving, listen to them whenever you have a minute. They were some of the more inspirational general sessions I've been to in 25 years in this business. I was extremely, extremely impressed, and I'm not being dramatic. I mean, it was really that good. So hopefully you guys will go and watch that.
Love it. Thank you, Cari. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway too with you saying, be an entrepreneur first,
Yes.
and then real estate second is when Rich talks about being a technician. And like showing up, and that just hit me this year harder than ever, is just like showing up, chasing transactions. I can't talk today. And just doing the thing over and over, and you show up and it's like being a technician. And that was like, wow, I'd never thought about that way. And I even heard it before, but it hit differently. So if you're listening to this and if you don't want to be a technician, and as he says, if we really want to start going to real estate or realtor retirement parties, this is a platform where you can actually do that. And it's never been done before, or very, very rarely has it. So it's an amazing opportunity in so many different ways. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, thanks for joining us. We're perfectly on time. It has been 20 minutes and we'll see you back here next Monday. Be here because you're going to want to hear if there's anything changing in the market post-election. Get out there and vote tomorrow. We'll see you guys soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.